Today we're doing another deep dive video. You guys seem to love these. Grab a snack, grab a drink. This is going to be a long one. We're doing a deep dive. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy these. I will leave a link to the other ones I've done down below. Let's get started on the search. And I start very broad, you guys, and then we go very narrow. If you haven't seen one of these videos, this is the research I do to see what is selling and what brands are selling, what price they're selling for. We're basically checking comps and doing research and gaining more knowledge so that we can become better resellers. I do this all the time on my own. It's just occasionally you guys have asked me to film it while I do it so we can learn together. So you can see we've started a very broad women's coats and jackets. There are 2.2 plus million reviews. So that's how many are listed. You can see all the various sizes you can choose. But we don't, well, I don't care about what's listed. I want to know what's actually selling because I am filming this in late July and fall is coming up, and as resellers we always want to be a season ahead. Well, I do. I don't want to sound preachy. I always tell you guys, I don't tell you how to run your business. I just show you what I'm doing and hopefully you can pick up some tips from there. So I am going to scroll all the way down here and we are going to select sold items. And you can see that has dropped us down to 40,000 items. Now keep in mind, this number will probably go up as we get closer to fall in the US. But one thing I love about eBay is that it is a worldwide platform. So people, mostly worldwide, so people around the globe can purchase from eBay. And so while it's fall here, it's going to be summer somewhere else. I literally just shipped a jacket to South Africa 2 weeks ago. So, you know, this number will go up as the majority of places get colder, but I am one of those people that loves to list things year round. I literally just sold, I showed you guys in a recent video, I sold a 100% leather jacket, you guys, in the beginning of July. So things can sell year round. So we've come down here, we've clicked sold items, and then I think just for the sake of this video, let's do pre-owned. Because most of us thrift our inventory, and I feel like that's probably what we want to focus on for now. Look at this, 27,000. So we went from 2.2 plus million down to 27,000 once we just put what has sold and what has sold that is pre-owned. Now, just for funsies, I will, because you can see it sorts by what sold the most recent. But for funsies, I usually sort by what sold for the most. But let's start here since this is what's currently selling. So what's ANAA? Let's take a look at that. Let me close some of my tabs. Is that Anna, like the JCPenney brand? Surely not. Surely it is. Wow. Hey, I don't pre-search these videos, you guys. Some of you have asked me, like, do you actually go through and search this stuff before you film it for us? No, I want you guys to see my real, or hear my real raw reaction to this stuff. And I'm actually shocked. I have skipped this brand many, many times. This is pretty cool though. It's a cool color. It's got like a sheen to it. This sold on a best offer for somewhere probably under $20. Wow. I find this brand at the bins all the time. I don't think I've ever seen a jacket or coat this cool from this brand. Is this brand sold at JCPenney or is it a Kohl's brand? Let's look it up. Anna jacket. I can ask Google. Is that JCPenney? Okay, there we go. Yep. Wow, do you guys still have JCPenney near you? We don't have any, I think we have one here that is still open that I know of in the LA area. But do you guys still have them? I know they're dwindling down. It's really sad because it reminds me of my childhood. I have fond memories of going to JCPenney with my parents as a kid. All right, next up, North Face jacket. I find this quite a bit at traditional thrift stores. The only problem for me, you guys, is they really mark it up. Like this at my local thrift store would be at least 10. Sometimes I've seen it as high as $20. So this is a size medium, and this sold on a best offer for under 30 bucks. I mean, if I could get this for 10, that could still be a deal. I sell these all the time, you guys. I don't pay up for them because you see the comps are anywhere. For me, they're anywhere from like $30 to $40 if I'm lucky, which kind of stinks because these are kind of pricey, brand new. So the value drops quite a bit on the resale, but there's still money to be made, especially if you guys don't have higher cost of goods like I do at my thrift stores. Like if you could get this for 5 to 10 bucks, most of the time I find it at a traditional thrift store. Like I said, it's marked up. I'm lucky to find that for $9. Patagonia, another good bread and butter brand for myself. Look at that. This jacket, similar jacket, brand new. Someone has it listed for $200. So retail, these things can be very expensive. Look, I think that's literally the same jacket. This one doesn't even have a hood. Yeah, it's the same one, nano puff hoodie. Oh, this actually sold pretty good price. Probably maybe 60, 50 bucks. I'm just guesstimating there. What size is this? Size medium. I always appreciate when the size is in the title. I think buyers do also, you guys, because a lot of buyers don't look at all these details. I wish they did, but they don't. Like, they don't look at the item specifics. A lot of them don't even really read your description, which stings. So I try to put as much as I can in the photos and the title. Looks like this person put measurements, which is really nice. Yeah, that's good. That's good to know. A lot of you, when I went thrifting in Portland, I found so much of this stuff, and it was actually pretty reasonable. This was many years ago. I haven't been back to Portland in like 8 years, but 8 years ago they were reasonable. From what I've seen from the people that thrift there, unless you're at the bins, it's not that reasonable. Like, I got this exact jacket, you guys, for $5 back then, and I think now they mark this stuff up. So yeah, if you can get these for a steal. I do find Patagonia and North Face almost every time I go to the Goodwill outlet, but man, they are like tore up, like not in good quality, not in good shape at the Goodwill outlet. This is a brand. Is this Laundry by Shelly? What? I thought this was Laundry by Shelly Siegel. Laundry by Design. Huh, I've never seen this tag before. Is that a different brand? Laundry by Design, women's 3X full zip, removable hood, quilted jacket coat. That's a good keyword title right there. They put all the keywords in there. Very, very, very lightly used. I love it. That's a cute jacket. Good pictures. Quilted. So what I'm doing, you guys, is I'm not just critiquing these listings. I'm learning. I'm seeing, oh, okay, they've got good pictures. Well, these are kind of fuzzy, but good enough. It sold, right? Sold for $21.95. I'm noticing it's 3X. So far, 2 of the jackets we've looked at have hoods, so it's quilted. So these are the things I'm taking note of, so that when I'm out thrifting and I'm searching for things, I actually will have a little list, you guys, of what's recently sold. Patagonia, North Face. Here's a new to me brand, Laundry by Design. I thought it was Laundry by Shelly Siegel. Is that the same line? You guys let me know in the comments down below. Here's another new to me brand, Tog24. I'm thinking of doing a separate video on men's jackets and coats. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that. Really nice, clear photo. That's so funny. For some reason, it looked like to me this jacket was on the floor, but it's on a hanger. It's good photography. Like, I don't know why, the orientation. Tog24. This is a technical, waterproof, windproof, blue. Oh, it's blue. Looks black. Hooded jacket. So here we go. Another plus size piece, you guys. So that's something to note. Like, what's recently selling are these plus size jackets and coats. It's missing the zipper pull, but other than that, looks like it's in really good condition. And it sold for, oh, this is a UK buyer. This sold for $26.14. And wow, shipping was quite a bit. Expedited shipping to United States from Shrewsbury, UK. Okay, new to me brand, another one I'm going to be taking note of. No way. BB Baby, you guys know. The running joke, if you are new here, is that every time I see this brand's name, I always say BB Baby. You guys know I don't know how to say it, and everyone laughs. Well, the oldies but goldies laugh because they're like, here she goes again. We've told her 50 million times how to say this brand name. You don't even have to comment it down below, you guys, because I will forget and I will just say BB or Baby. This is super cute. This looks like a ski jacket. Well, hold a minute. They make rabbit real fur. BB used to be the shiznat, you guys. And the fact that I just said shiznat shows my age. But like, do you guys remember going, I personally remember going in there being so young and having no money and being like, I can't afford anything in here. I feel like me and my Wetzel's pretzels should just get out of here before I stain something and they make me pay for it. Like I never could afford this stuff from the store, and I would just think like, oh, I can't wait till one day I can afford that brand. But this is really cute, and I didn't know that they made things with real fur. They used to be very expensive. Hood is not removable. Wow, it's real rabbit fur. Interesting. Why did this sell for only $18? I mean, it's not a brand. I don't know. I don't pick it up, you guys, very often, unless it's something like this. Like sometimes I'll find one item from them that's like 100% silk. I recently sold that on a live sell. It was a dress from them that I don't even want to say the name because I don't want you guys laughing at me. I think it's BB. I think. So sad. Anyways, so if I find stuff like that, I will pick it up. And a lot of their stuff at this point is vintage, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. And I could confirm that that dress was vintage because I actually found the original stock photo from like 22 years ago. So, yeah. Wow, interesting. I just didn't know that they made things with real fur. This is fascinating, you guys. I haven't looked up coats and jackets in probably a couple of months, so I'm learning about a lot of new brands, a lot of new styles. Range Shedder, never heard of this one either. Here we go, a bigger size. This is size 10. It's got a nice sheen to it. It's a pretty jacket. I don't think it comes with a belt. Wonder if this is vintage. Let's see, it sold, oh, it didn't sell for much. Jeez, that stinks. I wonder if they could have gotten more for that. Looks like a really nice jacket. It says 90s. Yeah, it looks vintage to me. Interesting. All right. Next we have a Spider coat. I've sold this brand quite a few times. And Spider is spelled S-P-Y-D-E-R. Interesting. All of these are either like size 10 or plus size. I always like the pictures where they have like a background and there's a window. I wouldn't do it because it backlights the item, but I just like looking at them. Just random thought with Nikki today. Yeah, I've sold this brand many times. This sold for $39.99 and pre-owned, and they have free shipping. Nice. That's a good sale. I don't find this brand a lot, but when I do, if it's in decent condition, I pick it up. Look at this vintage 80s, 90s suede jacket. That's a cool jacket. That only sold for $15. See, I don't know. Like, I'm not a vintage expert, but that just looks like such a cool jacket that I feel like that should have sold for double. What do you guys think? I don't know. I don't know vintage that much, though. A lot of puffer jackets. Immaculate gray puffa necks. What's a puffa? Is that a keyword I should know? Holy moly, you guys. This was $40 shipping from the UK. Huh, wow. Vintage, see, here's another vintage piece. Looks really cool. Like, I would wear that. Size 0. Oh, no, they're saying vintage 90s, 2000. Let me close some of these tabs so we can look at this. I feel like that could have sold for double, but what do I know? It's a really cool jacket. Oh, they're in the UK, so, but still, second-hand clothing company. Most of the, I guess they had to go down on the price maybe because most of the cost is in the shipping there. Look at that shipping. It's $25.39. Anyways, really cool jacket. They're obviously a huge seller. I mean, they have 47,000 reviews on eBay, so that's really cool. All Saints. All Saints is a bread and butter brand for me. I find it quite a bit here because they sell it a lot. I think we have a couple brick and mortar All Saints stores here. Look at that. Just hanging it on the thermostat. She's got the, I didn't even really notice the thermostat, so I was looking at the pretty flowers, and I really, really like this jacket. That's it. I would wear this jacket. Peach suede. Look, another seller from the UK. These UK people are racking it up. So this sold for $51.65 and $30 shipping. That's actually still pretty good, you guys. All Saints leather jackets, brand new, retail for hundreds of dollars, sometimes close to 500. So if you ever find an All Saints jacket, I want to show you a close-up of the tag. I think this is as good as we're going to get. There you go. Definitely. Even if it needs some slight cleaning, you guys, it's worth it. I feel like if this person wasn't in the UK, they could probably have sold this for like 150, at least $100. But since, you know, they have to, the buyer had to pay shipping. And you know what? I don't know. Maybe this buyer wasn't in the US. It's not showing me who purchased it. It's just showing me if I were to have it shipped to me. So maybe this person was in the UK and they didn't have to pay that much in shipping. But All Saints, that's definitely a bolo for leather jackets. Everything does not sell equal from All Saints. But the leather coats, I can tell you from personal experience, having sold more than like 50 of them in the last couple of years. Great coat jacket brand to be on the lookout for. I am always so torn about selling real fur, you guys, because you can get a lot of hate for selling it, but you can also make a lot of money for selling it. And it's not like I'm personally wearing it. So I'm like, I'm just the facilitator of getting this out of the landfill. Don't hate me, because some people will really come after you for selling real fur, but my goodness, there's a lot of money to be made in selling real fur. A lot. And I'm not wearing it, so I don't know. You guys have told me your thoughts on that down below, that some of you have said, like, you've weighed in and said that you personally wouldn't sell it. Some of you said you sell it all the time. And some of you have said that, like, you don't know that I should because I have a public, I'm not, what do you call it? Like, I have a YouTube channel and maybe it would turn off some of the people that are against fur that I sell it. But like I said, I'm not wearing it. I'm just saving it from the landfill. But anyways, all that to say, this sold for a good price, you guys. It didn't sell for 105, but I'm sure it sold for near there. And is this new with the tags? What is this tag they're showing? I think this is new with the tags, or did they just reattach that tag? Not really sure, but the tag is on it, friends. So that's good to know for sure. What's recently sold, a couple of those. I start with, because I want to see what's selling for top dollar. I want to see what's selling for the most amount of money. Of course, it's a fur coat. Speaking of fur. What? You guys, I'm actually speechless. Hang on, let's dig into this. Is this new? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to start selling fur. Look at these prices. $5,000, $35,000, $8,500. What? I find fur so often here, you guys, and they do mark it up, but I could still make a lot of profit. Is this like they make these themselves? What does $29.19 mean? Gorgeous real Russian Barguzin sable fur. I love the way they've styled this. Okay, girl. Where are you going? The club? You working? What you doing? You look good. She looks good. She looks cute. Anyways, I'm assuming this is new, right? No, because I put pre-owned. Oh, it's unbranded. What the heck is Barguzin? Let's search. Oh, it's an area. It's a city. Oh, okay. Let me go back. Holy moly. Oh, and they're located in Germany. Interesting. So Did they just find, I'm just so fascinated. Did they just find all of these Russian fur pieces? Because look, you guys, they have multiples of them. Wow. Wowee. That's fascinating. Okay, well, I've quickly changed my mind about selling fur because I find coats like this, I'm not kidding, all the time, that are real fur in great condition. And my thrift stores mark them up to maybe like 50 bucks. And I don't even look up comps because I was just always scared. But I'm not wearing it, I'm selling it. So might be something to look into the next time I find it. Really cool Eskandar green indigo. I love that they put really cool in the title. I've never done that, but maybe I should start. Eskandar, I feel like I'm butchering the name, is a bolo, you guys. I've sold it quite a few times. Here's the tag. Definitely one to write down. I'm trying to think if I put this on my free 100 brand bolo list. I need to check. I'm thinking about updating that and sending it out to the email list. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I started a weekly newsletter, and in thanks for you signing up for the newsletter, I give you 100 brand bolo list. It's digital. You can take it to the thrift store with you, and it's just brands to be on the lookout for. So I can't remember if I put this brand on there, but that's one thing I love about reselling. There's always a brand to know and always a new bolo. So I might update that and send this out to the email list before the end of the year, maybe within the next couple of months. So if you're interested in joining, I always link that down below. Wow, this sold for $2,600, you guys. It was in Wisconsin. I mean, I knew that this brand was a bolo, but I didn't know they had things like this that sold for this much. Made in England. Wow, 100% silk. The more you know. This is why I love filming these videos, you guys. It looks like Krabby Daddy had more than one of these. Where is he getting these from? $2,600. Wow. Chanel. Vintage. I know a lot of my friends that only sell luxury have told me there is big money in selling Chanel clothing. And I'm not talking new, I'm talking pre-owned stuff like this jacket, tops. Like it just, as you can imagine, it has a very big following. So I would expect to see this high up on the list of things that have sold. Vintage black gold CC button wool coat, size 36, pristine condition. $2,500. Wow. Wowee. That's a nice coat though. You can tell that's really good quality. And for it to be vintage, whoever owned this took amazing care of their jacket. Those buttons look like the original buttons. It's a really nice coat. And are these like necklaces included in the coat? Looks like it even has the hanger. That's pretty cool. Okay, here we've got some more of the fancy Russian lady. I don't know if she's Russian, I shouldn't say that, but the coat is Russian. The company that's selling it is in Germany. Fascinating, you guys. A lot of the top coats are fur. I didn't know Fendi made mink coats. The Fendi? This looks vintage. Wow. Fendi, that is wow actually part of the name of the coat, or they just do. I'm going to start doing that in my titles. Wow, really cool, stupendous jacket. Wow, Fendi mink coat. Let's look at this tag. Oh yeah, that's a vintage. Wow, you guys. I could be wrong, but I feel like this probably could have sold for more, right? Like, wouldn't this coat brand new back then retail for this much? I don't know. I don't know. I could be wrong. Inflation and everything, but that's pretty cool. I've never seen a Fendi tag that looks so vintage before. Ooh, Miss Mannequin's wig is, she's been through it, girl. I could help you. Let me brush your wig. You guys, we might have to cut this video short. I'm starting to lose it. Oh, this is so fun, you guys. I would like to find some stuff that's not so designer, so let's scroll down a little bit, but I'm just fascinated to look at these. Is this the whole suit? Oh, nice. The whole suit. Follow us on Instagram if you guys are interested. It's the Paris Mademoiselle. I wonder if she is from France. Cool. Looks like it has the original hardware and everything. All right. Escandar, Alexander McQueen, Ralph Lauren Purple Label. If you guys didn't know, Ralph Lauren Purple Label, definitely a bolo. Okay, that's like their runway high-end line, not like blue or green. Let me see if they show you the tag. Well, you can kind of see it there. You see how it's purple? The label is actually purple. So if you ever see Ralph Lauren and the label's purple, definitely pick it up. As long as it, I mean, check comps, obviously, but that is definitely a bolo. I like the way they've styled this too. Is this fur? I didn't know a lot of high-end designers did fur. I thought a lot of them stopped because of the backlash, so maybe this is Holder, but I could be wrong. Hey, what do I know? Interesting. Pink Chanel Lindsay Thornburg Pendleton jacket. I love this jacket. Fun fact, I've never seen this girl's show. What is it called? Gossip Girl? I've never watched it. Is it worth a watch? You guys let me know that I've watched it. I love this jacket. The power of, little tidbit friends, the power of having a celebrity wear an item you have is wild. You could literally have a potato bag, and if Rihanna wore it and you have that exact potato bag, not even the one she wore, just one you found at the thrift store, you could sell it for hundreds of dollars. It's wild. So always, always, if you are okay with it, if some people are like, I don't use stock photos, I wouldn't do that. If you're okay with using it and you find a photo of a celebrity wearing the item you have, you should put that up. It will sell for so much more money, friends. There was recently one of my friends who had some shoes that Taylor Swift wore recently, and her shoe sold for like $400 used overnight. Used. The shoes previous to Taylor being photographed in them were only selling for like 30 to 50 bucks. So I would suggest, and she did use the photo of Taylor wearing her shoes. So I would always suggest it if you're comfortable doing that. This isn't even the best photo you can, I don't know if you guys can tell, it's like really grainy, but look, this jacket sold for $2,200. This actually reminds me, you guys, we have a store here where you can buy things from sets, like movie sets, TV show sets, clothing. They have actual like props and things, but they have a huge clothing section. And I've never been there, but a lot of my friends have bought stuff from there, and they'll find things that celebrities have worn, and they use the photo of the celebrity wearing it, and it sells for hundreds of dollars. They did tell me, though, their stuff is really expensive. Like, it's not like thrift store pricing, but I need to go check that out. It's kind of a shame that I've lived in this city for 14 years and I've never done that. These jackets are amazing. Who's Lindsay Thornburg? Let's quickly Google her. Lindsay, is she just a designer I've never heard of? Ooh, she makes really cool jackets, you guys. But who is she? Lindsay Thornburg creates, oh, I think we've ended up at her website. I just want to know who you are, ma'am. Well, right here, it says she creates elevated outerwear, ready-to-wear, and custom clothing. Oh, that's why it's so expensive. Holy moly. So, surely she's not hand-making all of these, but somebody's hand-making them, right? She designs it. Most orders ship within 1 to 2 business days, mid-length. Wow, they're really pretty. They give me native vibes. I'm assuming she's like inspired by the native culture because I've never heard of this person. Is she a person or is it just a name for a brand? Small Luxe Slow Fashion, Pendleton, Montana, New York, established 2008. Is this is this her? Okay, I don't feel like signing in, but interesting. Have you guys ever heard of Lindsay Thornburg? Oh, is she Native American? I'm confused. I have so many questions. This is my thought process. You see how I can go off. This is why I don't film these, you guys, because I will just go off and start researching brands, and before I know it, 2 hours has passed, and I'm on my couch learning about Lindsay Thornburg. So Because sometimes, if you guys didn't know, sometimes brands will have a name, but it's not just a person. Like it's not like Coco Chanel or Karl Lagerfeld. It's not a real person. It's just a brand name. And I get wrapped up in figuring out the history and things. But that's very fascinating. And this brand is probably going to be on my list of stuff I want to buy for myself. Like I would buy these. I would wear these. These are so cool. I don't know that I like the Shearling Duster ones, but these are nice. I'm going to see if I can try to find them used. Do they not have an About You section? Terms, videos, contact, bio. There we go. Lindsay Thornburg. Oh, okay. She was born in Great Falls, Montana. The one child of two. Dun, 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 before moving to Aspen. Oh, so she's not. She spent most of her youth Santa Barbara, a New Yorker by way of Aspen. Interesting. Each Lindsay Thornburg cloak is crafted with care in her Chinatown atelier in Manhattan. Well, you're also paying a pretty penny. You guys know stuff made in the U.S. is very expensive. Very, very expensive. But I freaking love these jackets, you guys. I love them. They just look so warm and cozy, and I love the design. What are they made with? Blanket. First woven in, sorry, oh my gosh. I just realized you're recording, Nikki. Like, you should probably be speaking. I'll do that research later. I'm sorry, you guys. I just found that very interesting. All right, I kind of want to skip over the Chanels and everything because it's like, duh, of course Chanel would sell for $2,000. That's a really cute Chanel jacket. And I want to skip over the furs. Let's go to the next page because a lot of these are like way off the deep end. Let's go to like number 7 or something. We're still in the 400s, a ton of furs. Emilio Pucci, one of my, I love Pucci's dresses and just vibrant designs. That sold on Best Offer. Still in the designer land. Maybe, I mean, it is good research, you guys, to see what's selling for top dollar, but I feel like most of us aren't going to find Chanel jackets and a Russian fur sable jackets, so I'm trying to find things that are more realistic. This Isabel Marant coat is beautiful. It sold for $440. Wow. Looks like they had multiple of those. Burberry trench. I actually sold a Burberry trench on the RealReal for $600, and I actually bought it from ThreadUp. We talk about stuff like that in the sourcing group. If you're interested, I always leave my sourcing group down below. We're currently up to about 70 members, and I love it. It's my little dream. I told you guys I wanted to build a little community and like an offshoot of our YouTube community, and it's really been great. Yeah, I really like it. So this is Moncler. Moncler is definitely a brand to be on the lookout for, you guys. Here's what the tag looks like. I currently have a couple Moncler pieces listed right now. This sold on Best Offer, probably for close to what they wanted. This jacket retailed, or this is a coat, this retailed, I think, for like over $1,000. Moncler is very expensive, and their longer puffer jackets like this usually retail for high hundreds, close to 1,000, sometimes 1,500. So definitely a brand to be on the lookout for. And I actually have found Moncler at the thrift before, but it had multiple holes and stains, and I had it repaired, you guys, and it sold for a couple $100 still, and I just listed that it was repaired. Here's another brand you definitely want to know, Loro Piana. I've sold it multiple times. Let me see if I can show you a close-up of the brand tag. Here we go. Very, very expensive brand, quiet luxury brand. It's not very flashy, and people love it. It has a huge following. I sold a cashmere Loro Piana sweater that, again, I had repaired. I am not afraid of repairing items, you guys, especially higher end items like this. I will get them repaired and still sell them and make a great profit. So if you know how to repair things yourself, or if you have someone that can repair things for you, some of these high-end brands are worth repairing. So definitely a brand to know. Here's another one that I've never heard of. What is this called? El Grande, Fred Harvey Vintage. Huh, from the 40s. Isn't it amazing that some of this stuff is so old and looks so good? It's sold for $400 on auction. All right, friends, I feel like I've talked a lot. I've gone off on tangents. If you enjoyed, subscribe, check out the bolo list, check out the sourcing group. They're linked below, and we will do this again. And I will try not to go off on so many tangents.